Hello and good morning, my name is Amber, my art handle is Meraki Painter. Happy Monday, and today I'm bringing you a video talking about these Arteza iridescent acrylic colors, which I have peeked at a few of them, but I haven't swatched them yet, so we're going to do that today. Okay, so real quick, I just want to mention, if you have no interest in seeing me swatch the paints and talk about the paints and my first experience with them, then go ahead and speed forward to the time on the screen and you can see where I start doing the actual painting. Okay, continue. And I'm really excited for these because if you know me, you know I like my metallic paints, and these are iridescent, so like that's even better than metallic paints. So I'm like really excited for them. The ones that I peeked at are the ones that I showed on my Instagram story, so if you watch my Instagram stories, you know what I'm talking about. But I really think this one's going to come out really good. It's called Fairy Tale Blue, and it's got like, it's blue, but it's got like this pink shine, which I think a lot of them have a nice little pink shine to them, or at least that's what I'm starting to notice. On the front, it shows all the colors, which obviously we can't base off of this, so I'm going to be swatching them myself. But the Electric Plum Purple one looks really good, and that's the one I was most excited for. But the Fairy Tale Blue really caught my eye when I was looking at it in the tubes, and that's this one. So maybe they're all gonna be better than I thought. This one's really pretty. Wow. Alright. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I have really high expectations for these because, like I said, I like iridescents better than metallic, and I'm already like obsessed with metallic as it is. So I hope they look good. These were actually sent to me from my grandparents, just like the other metallic acrylic colors that I had just tried out from Arteza a couple weeks ago. And I'm gonna kind of compare the difference because I feel like some people might completely not understand the difference between iridescent and metallic, so I'll show those. But these come with 10. This is a pack of 10. They all look really interesting though. Like, there's a lot of different colors. We got pink, like an orange, green, yellow, a purple. It's kind of dark. This one kind of looks purple as well. This is royal purple. Okay, so purple. And then we got a nice pink. It says playful pink, but the base color looks to be white, which is really good because that's kind of like one of my favorite iridescent colors is white iridescent. And then we got some red, and this is fancy black, so we are included with a black color, which I really like. And then we have the Fairy Tale Blue one, which I kind of showed earlier. The one I was excited for from the front of the box was Electric Plum Purple. So that must be this one, which is so bright. I wasn't expecting it to be this vibrant, per se, but it looks like it has some blue sparkles. The yellow one looks like it glows a little bit pink. Can't really tell. I think the green one has like a yellow iridescent shine to it. This one looks pink. It might be like a yellow iridescent shine. This one is pink. Has like a blue iridescent shine, or maybe like a purple. This one almost looks like it has like a green. I actually have a nail polish that kind of matches this color, which I like a lot. So in no particular order, I'm gonna get started on swatching these. Okay, so I actually don't know exactly what these are gonna look like because I've never tried any iridescent paints before, but I hope they look good. I added a Sharpie line per usual, and as well as a little black box because usually with iridescents and metallic paints, they look good with black. They look good on like black paper, so I wanted to include that. Last time I really didn't, just the black line. So I have to take a seal off, which on the last paints, I didn't have to take a seal off. I remember mentioning that. I don't know if I can get it off. And I have nails. Hold up. Ooh, that is so pretty. Okay, so this is Fairy Tale Blue. Seems pretty thin. That's kind of what I expected. Seems like it might not be that opaque. We'll see. These are water soluble, so I am adding some water in to see like it watered down, which I doubt I would be really doing, but I could do that too, because that way you get a nice even color Nice even wash on it. It almost looks a little bit more green watered down, but we'll see what it looks like when it's dry. This color is Fancy Black, and it seems to be a lot more opaque than this Fairy Tale Blue, but it lays on just beautifully. Looks really good. Okay, next I'm going to do the Royal Purple, and this one's probably going to be so nice because it's hard to go wrong with a purple color. It looks really pretty on the palette alone. Seems to be the same opaqueness as the first color. I really like the way the first color looks on the black. You can really see the color shifting in it. This one is Sandy Orange, which I'm surprised it's calling it Sandy Orange, because then I just think of like sand, obviously. And sand is more like a light tan versus tangerine orange. So that's just my first thought on that. Whoa, that looks way different when you smear it and it shows up just a little bit. Like, it almost looks more yellowy. Yeah, it's like got hints of yellow tones in it. Very cool. I might go over some of these with a second coat in one corner so we can really see the full effect of it. Okay, now it's time for this one, Shocking Lime Green. I do like it though. I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this one. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. Okay. About the same from when it was in the bottle versus swatched out on paper. This would be really cool in a landscape, since there's a lot of greenery in landscape. I could see it. I like how it's like a yellow green. I really like that. It's almost neon, and I think that looks really cool. I already kind of have an idea for painting with this one. Oh, my bad. I'm just now reading this again, and it says Shady Orange. That's what I get for barely looking at it. Not sandy. Thankfully, it doesn't take too long to dry. So I think that would have just about did it. I only hit it with the heater for like not even 30 seconds. I think my Sharpie's drying out though. So I'm just putting the name of the paints as well as their pigment number. Okay. Next one will be this Electric Plum Purple. Okay, so this is the one I was saying looked really pretty under. Hello? It leaked because the seal is still there. Okay, wait. Hold up. Ew. Oh my god, it's a mess. Wait. Let's see if I can get in closer. It's like, ooh, it's cake. That's a dog hair. That's me. It's like caked around the bottle and dried up. Let me see if this can easily pop off. It's not like fully dried, so it's soft. I'm just gonna have to get paint under my nails. I guess the seal wasn't tightly on, so in shipping, some paint seeped out. At least it didn't like get into the box or anything. Like this lid did its job. Compared to the other ones, let me just double check. So I think this Electric Plum Purple has less paint in it. I think just because it, I don't know, had issues, but it's not like there's paint all over the box and the packaging and stuff. So it's not that bad. There's not that much missing, but not enough to like care about it. But yeah, there's that. That was only one experience out of the 5 I already tried, so 1 out of 6. We'll see if any others do that as well, but this is only the second time trying out Arteza's paints, and last time I didn't have any issues like this. Okay, it does look really pretty. These two are really nice. I kind of really like the orange as well. And then I think this one will work good too as well, especially for like metals. You know, if you're painting metals. Alright, moving on to pink, and this one looks so pretty already. I used to hate pink as a kid, but it slowly started making its way into my wardrobe, and now I really like it. Okay, moving on, next we have Playful Pink, which I'm pretty excited for, which I feel like we're going to mainly see over the black, of course, because it's white. I can see myself using this color a lot though, so pretty excited for it. Oh yeah, over the black, it definitely looks pink. Alright, nothing too much to say about that one. This one is like a fiery red. Oh my god, it's actually called Fiery Red. Am I out of focus? Yes. I'm glad that one was completely out of focus. Does that mean the pink one was out of focus too? Dang it! Sorry about that. But here's the Fiery Red, which I completely guessed the name of. So that's pretty cool. I might have seen it before and like subconsciously said it, but I'm totally using something made for sculpting to open this. It works, you know. Wow. Oh! Isn't that my day? I don't know. I feel like I don't usually make that big of a mess with paints, except for like on my arms and hands and stuff, because that I will use as like a palette sometimes. Shouldn't, but I do. Okay, so Fiery Red, it almost has like a pink tone in it, you know, like a more orange tone, I should say. Very interesting though. I like it. It's bold too. Yeah, look at that. When I smear it very thin, you can really see how orangey it gets. Wow. When it's watered down, it definitely looks orange. Noted. Alright, last one is this yellow one. Of course, it's a yellow, so I'm expecting it to be pretty transparent anyways, which I kind of expected all of these to be. I was actually surprised the Fancy Black isn't that opaque. I mean, isn't that transparent. It is opaque. The white doesn't even look like, or pink, sorry. The pink doesn't even look like it's there. That's fine. I can see it on the black at least. So it doesn't look like too iridescent so far. I love how bright it is though. I don't know if it's just the lighting of the room, but it almost looks like it has hints of like more leaning towards the green side. Like a cool tone yellow versus warm. Okay, so I'm going to go over all these and give it a second coat, except for this Fancy Black because it really doesn't need it. And write in the swatch names. And from there, I'll make up a few paintings or something to paint them with. I think I'm going to do smaller paints, like smaller paintings for these. That way I can use different colors and not feel like I have to use all the colors in one go, because I do want to use all of them for this one video. So even with adding extra coats, I noticed the Fairy Tale Blue, the Playful Pink, and the Shady Orange was a little bit hard to get a nice even thick coat to make it more opaque. The Lemon Yellow is also a little bit hard to do, but that's also to be expected from a yellow. So other than that, I'm really excited to play around with these. I do have to wait a little bit because I have another project collaboration that I'm working on, and the deadline is pretty soon, but I'm really excited to use these. I think they're really cool. Okay, so instantly I noticed whenever I turned the light on here, you can see this glowing pink has like this beautiful yellow orangey shine, and I'm starting to see the good in this Fancy Black as well. Oh my god, these paints are so pretty. I can't wait to do some mixed media with these in my watercolors, because these are also matte or matte, I'm pretty sure. So they do look matte. But of course they have like the glitter and the shine, so they're still gonna be sort of shiny. Yes, matte finish. Here are all the colors completely finished, and I tried to show them as best as possible. I feel like out in the sun it would show it better, but I don't know yet. Showing them with the flash on while I did this, you could see it a little bit better. You could see that the dark, it would show up more, so I went ahead and did a dark canvas, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later. But I wanted to do something very colorful considering my color choices, and I wanted to be able to use all the colors in one painting, so in that way we could see all of them working together and just be able to test them out in one video as well. And I thought about doing a painting where it has pretty much all different colors, even if it's not the normal color of whatever the subject is. So I went on Pinterest and I searched up like colorful images, and I found this one of a girl that seemed like she was in some sort of water, so I added waves to it even though the original image didn't have waves, which was a little bit hard in itself, especially because these paints were so transparent. They almost weren't opaque enough to do what I wanted it to do. Now I'm pretty sure the box did say they were supposed to be pretty thick, but it almost wasn't enough. The green though, when I was using the green when I was painting this, totally blew my mind every time I went to go put it down onto the, I'm just gonna call it a canvas. I don't exactly know what it is. It's some type of like wood. I'm gonna go ahead and put in some footage right here of what they are. I have a couple more. They just came in a package, and I figured they were heavy duty enough that I could like paint on them and reuse them instead of just throwing them away. But they kind of sound like this. So I don't know if you know what they are. I don't know what they really are. They're pretty light, so I don't know. It works out for a good surface. So her face is pretty much rainbowed, and there's a lot of purple in it, a lot of blue. It was really hard getting a nice vibrant blue. I think over the dark canvas background, it made it more of its iridescent color. So it was more like a purple, and it was hard to get that nice vibrant color that I got on the swatch sheet, which I probably should have taken into account. What I noticed is it's probably best to do a grayscale underpainting of all the tones and shadows and highlights before you go over with the color. And so because of that, I really wanted the water to stand out because she was so dark as it is, so it would give a nice contrast to it. I ended up completely painting over every progress that I made on it with white paint, except for anywhere there was skin, including the skin reflection in the water. And it kind of sucked to do that, but I'm glad I did it because it stood out a lot more. At first I tried just doing the highlights of the waves, and that was kind of nice, but I was looking for something more vibrant and something that would stick out a lot more, so I went ahead and just completely painted over the entire thing. So definitely, if you're going to use these paints and you were going to do a painting like this, now I know if you were just doing some colors on a canvas, it wouldn't really matter, but if you're going to make an image like this and have different values in it, it's a lot better to just go ahead and do a grayscale first. I also totally messed up because the paint wasn't dry yet, and I tried to go over it with yellow paint and the white wasn't fully dry, so then I had to go over it again with white paint and let that dry. But these paints are so cool. It looks really cool whenever I tilt it and you see the pink shine. It's a lot of pink, that's mainly what it is, but that's what I feel like it really shines, is when you actually look at the iridescentness of it. It would be really cool to see a complete painting with just the green. I really thought the green stood out. It really felt vibrant and bold, and I kind of have an idea for the green, but I don't think it would be till like the summer that I could try something, because I have a lot of other things that I want to do and other stuff happening, so I don't know when I would get to use these paints again. I do plan on using, I think the pink I would end up using in a Draw This in Your Style. I don't know which week, but it's coming up here pretty soon. So I'm actually pretty excited for that, because it's not like this painting where I'm using a bunch of different colors to put it together. It's going to be mixed media, so it's going to be watercolor, but then it's going to be only that pink iridescent paint, so it's going to bring in a nice accent texture, I guess I would say. I don't know how to describe that, but a nice accent texture to the painting. And I wanted to talk a little bit about these paints versus the metallic paints that I already tried out. So here's a video comparing both the metallic and the iridescent paints, and they both have their own qualities that work, and I think it would just depend on what you're going to do. Now, I almost feel like the iridescent ones would work really cool putting it on top of a color that's already laid down. So I would have to play around with that because I'm not exactly sure. I haven't messed around with it at all. But yeah, if you want to go ahead and watch the video about the metallic paints, because maybe you were thinking about getting these paints but metallic is more your speed, you can go ahead and click on the info card right now that I'll put up. This video goes through and does pretty much the same thing I'm doing now. I swatch it and then do a painting with all the colors, or at least most of the colors, and then you can decide for yourself. I really like the color shifting properties that this has, so I don't know. I think the iridescents are really nice. I almost wish they were a little bit more opaque though. I think it came out pretty cool. And because I haven't mentioned this yet on my YouTube, just so you know, I do have some commission slots that are open, so you can just go ahead and DM me on Instagram, or you can contact me through my Etsy page if you wanted to buy a commission, and we can talk prices and stuff. And especially if you want a dog painting or a cat painting or whatever pet you have, because I want to do a lot more pet paintings, but I think it will be a while before I get to do any on my own, just because, like I mentioned, I have a lot of paintings that I have in mind to do. So yes, I'm very excited to finish them. I wish it didn't take so long to do them because I just want to do a whole bunch. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this painting. I hope you enjoyed these paints. If you have any questions, I can try and answer them about the paints. I will link below, if I can find them online, what they are. If not, I will at least put the title of what it's called in the down bar. So I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time, bye.